Alrighty, more tags. More tags. 40 personal questions tag. Are you named after someone? They just picked my name out of the Bible or something. My middle name is after the same as my dad's middle name, which was after a grandfather or something, if I can remember correctly. Yeah. When was the last time you cried? It's probably a week or two ago. I don't know. Do you like your handwriting? I can't read my own handwriting. I don't do it. I don't do cursive writing anymore because it's terrible. It's terrible. I have lost the ability through literally 20 years of typing everything and not writing anything has made me lose the ability to do cursive writing properly. So when I do have to do things by hand, I print in block letters so that everybody can read them. What is your favorite lunch meat? I don't have a favorite lunch meat. I don't eat lunch meat. I just don't. I haven't bought lunch meat in 10, 15 years, except for when I bought it for my mother. I didn't buy it for myself for a long, long time, really. To be honest, the only lunch meat I really liked a lot and that stands out to me is something that you cannot get anymore. It's called onion loaf. And basically it was like thinly sliced beef, but tasting thing, but it was a loaf and it had onion in it, obviously. And it was tasty. It was really tasty. I liked it. Do you have kids? No. If you were another person, would you be friends with you? Yes. Yes, I would. Do you use sarcasm? Oh, hell yes. I'm a very sarcastic human being. Do you still have your tonsils? Yes, I do. Would you go bungee jumping? No, I would not. What is your favorite cereal? I do not have a favorite cereal. I literally haven't eaten cereal since I was 12. That's 41 years ago. So, I just won't, even if you feed it to me, I won't eat it. When I was in the hospital and they gave me cereal, it was like, no, I'm not eating this. Because inevitably it would be cream of wheat. And even not liking cereal, I remember cream of wheat from being a kid, and it was like, I'd rather starve. So, do you untie your shoes when you take them off? No, I leave my shoes tied up all the time, and they... What was that? Die. My thing blew up. Die. Where was I? Do you untie your shoes? No, I leave them tied up all the time. I slip them on and off like slippers. Do you think you are a strong person? Yeah, I do. Not the strongest human being in the world, but emotionally or anything like that, but I'm a lot stronger than a lot of people, so, physically, no, not really at all. What is your favorite ice cream? My favorite ice cream is mint chocolate chip, but salty caramel is a close second. What is the first thing you notice about people? To be honest, their hair. Second thing is their eyes. So, yeah. Red or pink? I'm going to have to go for red. What is the one thing you don't like about yourself? I have very little self-control. I don't like that about myself. But yeah, anyways. I try hard, but I do give in way too often to things. primarily to eating crappy food. What color pants and shoes are you wearing right now? I'm not wearing pants or shoes. No pants or shoes. Nope. I never wear my shoes inside, and I never wear my socks inside. So, and I don't like pants. So, you know. What was the last thing you ate? What was the last thing I ate? Wasn't my normal bean mix, and it must have been unremarkable because I can't remember. It was something that was downstairs to give away. A bun of some kind. I don't know what kind of bun it was, a roll or a bun or whatever, you know. But yeah, I had that. And I had it dry because I don't own butter. I don't buy bread. What are you listening to right now, my self-talk? If you were a crayon, what color would you be? Purple. Favorite smell? To be honest, jasmine. It's one of the few scented things that doesn't bother me. Was my mother's perfume, which smelled like jasmine, and it became my favorite scent because I associated it with her. And now that she's gone, it's even more so. Who was the last person you spoke to on the phone? Jesus, I don't know. The person at the desk, the receptionist person from my surgeon, making an appointment for me. That's the last time I talked on the phone, and that was last month. So, you know. Favorite sport to watch? CFL football. That's Canadian Football League. Go Saskatchewan Roughriders, you betcha. Hockey's up there too. I kind of like hockey, but yeah, I like CFL way better. Real hair color. My hair color used to be black. Now I'm more of a gray. Even though you can't see no hair up there, I've shaved it off. My hair color used to be black. Like I say, I've gone quite gray in the last year, actually. In the last 12 months or so, I'd say. I've gone gray quite a lot. So yeah. Eye color, hazel. Do you wear contacts? No. There's no way I'm wearing contacts. You can't pay me to wear contacts. Favorite food to eat? Curry chicken extra hot. And I'll give you a bonus. My favorite dessert is lemon cheesecake. Scary movie or happy endings? Scary movie every time. Although happy endings are fun too. You know, what was that? The second best exotic Marigold Hotel. Yeah, that's one of the best movies ever made. Yeah, huh? And that's a happy ending. Last movie I watched was called Skeleton Crew. Actually, I'm not done watching it. I paused halfway through and started doing something else. And now I haven't gotten back to it. They've just found the madman's, if you've seen the movie, they just found the madman's projector room where he watched the snuff films that he made with his patients. He killed his patients in the mental ward, mental hospital, and tortured them to death, basically, and blah, 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 blah. It's based on an urban legend that's in several areas, surprisingly enough, including Quebec. But anyways, what book are you reading? I'm not reading anything. I just finished one, but I can't for the life of me remember what it is, and I'm not firing up my tablet. Yeah, I have no idea. It was a dark erotica, anyways, of some description, but I'm like, nah, I don't remember. What is your mouse pad? I don't have a mouse pad. I haven't owned a mouse pad in years. You see, laser mouse will work fine on a normal desktop just by itself. You don't need a mouse pad for that. They just work fine. Yeah. You got to clean them a little more often, but yeah, they work fine. What is the last TV program you watched? What was the last TV program I watched? Rest to Restore, something like that. I've been watching a great deal of car builds this last while. Yeah, now that I can. Rolling Stones or the Beatles? That's a good one because sometimes I'm right in the mood for the Rolling Stones and sometimes I'm right in the mood for the Beatles. But most of the time it's the Beatles. Norwegian Wood for the win. Strawberry Fields Forever for the win. The best thing ever was the White Box. Yeah. What is the farthest you've traveled? Then that I remember. Shouldn't it be that you remember? The furthest I've traveled, it was to New Orleans, and I did it by car in a very old, funky car, a 1969 Media Rideau. And it burned oil, and we had to add oil every time we stopped for gas. So it's literally amazing that we made it there and back. And my parents never knew. They never knew, and I was never going to tell them I was that stupid. So, anyways, do you have any special talents? I have the talent of pissing people completely and utterly off by smiling while they're getting mad at me. And it's like some sort of weird, twisted gift from God. I can just stand there and smile while they're getting really, really pissed off at me, and it makes them really much more pissed off. To the point that sometimes they can't even form words. It's funny as hell. I'm sure I'm going to be murdered because of it one of these days, but I find it amusing. It'll probably be the last thing I ever do. Stab, stab, stab. Anyways, if I end up dead, you know why. Where were you born? Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And interestingly enough, I was born the same day and in the same hour as in the same hospital as somebody that I work with. Being that we both ended up in Moose Jaw after being born in Saskatoon, it was kind of interesting that I ran into her, and it's like after I got talking, and I'm like, well, no, I'm that old, and she says, well, so am I. When were you born? I told her, and she's like, no way, and yeah. And we were born literally within the same hour of each other in the same hospital. Anyways, have a good one.